All right, so you ever wonder why you're overeating and can't seem to lose weight? Well, we've invited
But
Dan.
if you overeat, you must lose weight. You can't lose weight.
Dan Brown, who is a woman's weight loss and confidence coach, to tell us the reasons and what we should do about it. Dan, welcome to Smudge Jamaica. It's morning time. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes,
Morning,
man. Our
Diane.
pleasure. Well, as Delia said, if you're overeating, you're probably not going to lose weight, don't it?
This is true. This is true. But most people don't think that's the reason. I think it's everything else but the food that they're eating.
Yeah. Why? When you want to lose weight, it's much more than just stop eating certain things that you used to eat, right? It's much more than just changing your diet, isn't it?
So it's quite complicated. I feel like a lot of women blame themselves and you're like, oh my God, I don't have any willpower or discipline. But a lot of the reasons why we overeat don't have anything to do with your discipline or willpower. There are three main reasons that I like to focus on. And one of them is the way that modern food is designed. If you notice that most of what's in the supermarket is not food that's grown. It's food that's made in a factory. And food manufacturers are literally trying to find the best formulas to put together so that the food is delicious and you want to overeat it. So the way food is built already, we want to overeat it. It's built for you to be addicted so you can buy more and the manufacturers can make more money. It's a business.
Yes. So you said that's what. So there are three reasons we overeat and gain weight, according to this. Modern food design, you say, our psychological makeup and our biology. So tell me about the other two.
So our psychological makeup. As humans, we are designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure. So there's so much pain in life, especially right now. There's COVID, there's debt, there's grief, there's stress. So there's a lot happening that is painful and uncomfortable. And what is the most pleasurable thing for us to turn to? That's easy. Food. Look at ice cream, look at cupcake, look at cookies. It's our escape. Think about a person who's a food. It's your escape from life. So it's easy to go to food when you're feeling uncomfortable and to overeat that food because it's made to be so delicious. So the way we're made up psychologically, we're designed to try and seek out that pleasure to avoid any pain in our life.
And our biology?
Our biology is really the reason why we end up gaining the weight after we overeat. So our bodies are fat storing machines. We're made to store fat. So if you're giving your body more food than it needs, it's going to store that extra food as fat for a rainy day. So if you're overeating, as Delia said, you're going to gain weight.
All right. So tell us how to do this the right way.
So the first thing that you want to do is really look at what you're eating. And break your food addiction. So food addiction is actually a real and serious thing. If you're having a lot of sugar and flour and a lot of these refined man-made foods, you're going to find that you're addicted and you have all of these urges and you feel like you're out of control. If you eat one Oreo, you can't eat one Oreo, you have to eat 12, right? It's part of that addiction that you feel like you need to have this sweet in order to make yourself feel better. The next thing I would advise that you do is find pleasure outside of food. And try not to eat your feelings. I feel like as soon as we feel a little something, if you stub your toe, you want some ice cream. And we also do this with our children. When our kids get a little cut on them hand, the first thing I want to do is give them some Skittles so they feel better. So we're programmed from we're younger. As soon as something happens, we turn to food for comfort. So finding other ways to comfort ourselves outside of food is a great way to kind of break that cycle. And then the last one sounds simple, but it's just not overeating. I feel like there was this trend going on where that said you're supposed to have 6 meals a day. If you're not hungry, why are you eating 6 meals a day? Trying to practice how to eat only when you're hungry and not to overeat some of our favorite foods are some ways to kind of break that overeating cycle.
But one of the things you also say is over-restricting is wrong.
Yes. So, okay. Every time you think about losing weight, you want to go on a 30-day diet and you only are going to eat lettuce for 30 days. So you're going to lose weight, but what's going to happen at the end of that 30 days is that you're going to go back to eating how you were before because it's not sustainable. And then you're going to go back to overeating and gain back all the weight, right? So it's that cycle of restrict, binge, restrict, binge, restrict, binge, right? It's not healthy. It's not going to work long term. So you want to find a moderate way to change your lifestyle. Not just changing the food that you're eating, but change your entire lifestyle and think about plans that are going to be sustainable for life.
Yeah. Go back to eating our feelings. Explain that one. Explain that one again.
Okay, so let me come closer to the screen. Stop eating your feelings. Like I said, there's a lot happening in the world right now, and there's a lot of discomfort. And I think a part of it is that we weren't taught when we are younger how to feel uncomfortable, how to feel grief, how to deal with pain. So the first thing that we do when we feel a little pain, you grab some food. And when you start eating ice cream, you feel better. Anytime you go through a breakup, you grab some ice cream. And that's the first thing for you to find that pleasure so you don't have to feel the feelings that you're feeling. So when you learn to actually sit with a little pain, you're not going to die, I promise you. Sit with a little discomfort, feel a little bad, cry a little, call a friend. You don't need the ice cream.
So if me and Delia break up, I mustn't go to food.
No, because then you're going to be lonely, single, and fat. You don't want to be single and overweight. That's two things.
Lonely, single, and fat.
Diane is out of control this morning. Some of the things you can also do that we have here, you say pre-portion your food.
Pre-planned. So my fit queens, as I call them, one of the greatest success the more success that they get is from planning your food ahead of time. So what happens is that Monday come, you never have no plan, is lunchtime and your co-worker orders pizza. What are you going to do? Eat the pizza, can't have nothing else to eat. So you're basically leaving your success to chance. When you plan ahead, so for example, Sunday is prep day, you decide that, okay, this is my new lifestyle. I'm going to include more vegetables. I'm going to cut out some of these flour and sugar that I know is keeping me addicted. And this is what I'm going to have for the rest of the week. And actually create a menu for yourself. On Monday, I'm going to have XYZ and make sure it's prepared and that you have it on Monday. So on Monday come, you don't have no excuse. The food is already there in a container. All you have to do is take it up and eat it. So you're planning ahead of time and you're planning for your success.
One of the things you said was eat only when you're hungry.
Yes.
Which makes sense. But what if I eat enough when I'm hungry? That's not going to make no sense either.
No, it's not. So it's eating when you're hungry and then stop eating before you're full. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but my mother...
Wait, don't stop eating before I'm full.
Don't wait until you're stuffed and you have to open the pants button and you have to wiggle yourself to the bathroom. Stop eating before you're stuffed. I was going to say that my mother I used to get punished for not finishing my food, and I feel like a lot of us feel like we need to finish everything on the plate even if you're not full. But it is okay. Because if you eat the food after you're full, it's going to be wasted in your body anyways, because it's just going to be stored as fat.
Yes.
Okay.
So making sure that you're not overeating. So eating when you're hungry, stop eating before you're stuffed, before that very full point.
Yeah.
I want to jump to the last one. Take away mealtime distractions, because now even people go out on dates, they're eating on them social media.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not conscious about what you're eating. So you end up overeating. I have a thing that when I'm watching Netflix, I need to be crunching on something. And I know it's not a good habit because then I don't know how much I'm eating. I'm just there eating and enjoying the show. So I'm unconsciously eating, which leads to me overeating. So if you can just sit down and eat, think about the flavors that you're eating. Actually enjoy your food in the process. Don't stand up and eat. Don't be doing anything else or using your phone while you're eating. Try to focus on your meal and eat slowly. Eat only when you're hungry. Stop eating before you're full.
Finally, give me a day in the food life of Diane. What do you have for breakfast? What do you have for...
A day in the food life of Diane.
What do you have for breakfast? What do you have for...
Usually start my mornings out with a shake, very light. I really like fruits in the morning because it really helps to cleanse my system. I usually do a very big lunch with lots of protein, some nice clean carbs, so nothing that's processed, no flour, no sugar. And I usually pair that with a little bit of vegetable on the side. And then for dinner, I usually have my dinner pretty early. And I'll usually stick to more like cooked vegetables like my broccolis and my green peas, stuff like that. And I'll have that with some protein as well.
What time is pretty early, and do you eat at all in between meals?
No. Oh, this is a big one. I feel like people feel like they need to snack. Snacking is always an emotional thing. You don't need to snack. You don't need a snack in between your meals, right? Every time it's usually for a distraction because you're bored that you're snacking. Think about it. Are you really starving? Are you dying that you cannot wait until the next meal before you grab the peanut butter?
What time is early dinner?
Between 5 and 7 is when I
try to have my last meal. And you don't eat again till next morning?
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Go sleep when she don't eat.
Exactly. Drink your water and go to your bed.
Well.
Dan, good to see you. I love your vibes. Obviously, know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
But stay safe. I look after yourself. God bless you and your family. All right?
right, thank you.
Yeah, man.
All right, Dan Brown, weight loss and confidence coach.
What time you eat in the night?
Anytime I'm hungry.
How much?
Because unlike Diane, me not sleep till 2 o'clock
How much
morning.
time a day
I
that?
work.
How much time a day that?
I'm hungry. It varies. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3. Sometimes I'm busy, I don't remember so I eat.
Spanish, what that mean? You say so too? So, what that, Spanish don't have some little sign for you, and we don't know where the sign them mean.
Sometimes,
So there I say
sometimes
something.
he'll say no up here,
Yeah.
and sometimes he'll say no down there. I don't know
but you
what
say
that
something now while ago, him just go so. Me don't know what that mean. Eh? Oh, anytime you're hungry. Oh, after you're hungry at the time. Why you have me go so? You don't push your head wrong so me can see. Thank you. All right. We'll soon come. We have some fun facts.